the first human clone, closer than you think. Imagine waking up one day to the headline that the first human clone has been successfully created. Sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi novel, right? But what if I told you that we might be much closer to this reality than we ever imagined? In fact, some experts believe that secret human cloning experiments could already be underway. The real question isn't just whether we can do it, but whether we should. Are we truly ready for what human cloning could mean for our future? Let's take a step back. In 1996, the world was stunned when scientists successfully cloned a mammal for the first time, Dolly the sheep. It was a moment that changed the course of biological science forever. For the first time in history, we had definitive proof that cloning was no longer just theoretical, it was real. This breakthrough opened the doors to an entirely new realm of possibilities, and with it, a Pandora's box of ethical dilemmas. Since Dolly, cloning technology has evolved at an astonishing rate. Scientists have successfully cloned various animals, from dogs and horses to pigs and monkeys. And with advancements in genetic engineering, particularly tools like CRISPR, we now have unprecedented control over DNA. This leads us to the billion-dollar question. If we can clone animals, what's stopping us from cloning humans? The answer is complicated. Some researchers argue that we're still facing too many technical obstacles. Cloning is not a perfect science, and human biology is vastly more complex than that of animals. High failure rates, severe genetic defects, and unpredictable consequences make human cloning a risky endeavor. However, history has shown us that where science leads, human curiosity, and sometimes human ambition, often follows. So, let's ask the uncomfortable question: what if human cloning has already happened? In 2002, a controversial group called Clonade made a shocking claim. They had successfully cloned a human baby named Eve. The scientific community quickly dismissed their statements due to a lack of concrete evidence, but the story sparked global debate. Could it have been true? And if not, could someone else, somewhere, have succeeded in secret? It's a terrifying thought because the implications of cloning go far beyond simple biology. If cloning a human being is possible, then who should have the right to control it? Governments? Billion-dollar biotech companies? Private investors willing to pay enormous sums to replicate themselves? Or, even more chillingly, underground organizations operating without oversight? The potential for cloning technology to be misused is staggering. Imagine a world where dictators clone themselves to maintain power indefinitely, where black market genetic replication becomes an industry, or where cloning is used for purposes we can't even begin to comprehend. History has shown us that new technologies, no matter how revolutionary, can be twisted into something dangerous when placed in the wrong hands. But before we let our imaginations run wild, let's look at the other side of the coin. Human cloning isn't just about the risks, it could also hold the key to some of the most incredible medical breakthroughs of our time. Imagine a world where we could regenerate damaged organs from a person's own DNA, eliminating the need for transplants and the risk of organ rejection. What if we could use cloning technology to cure genetic diseases, reversing conditions that have plagued humanity for centuries? And here's a concept that might sound like science fiction but could one day be reality: cloning as a tool for extending human life. Some researchers believe that cloning could eventually be used to transfer human consciousness or create younger, genetically identical versions of ourselves. Could cloning be the key to immortality? But at what cost? Cloning raises profound ethical and philosophical questions. If we create a human clone, would they have the same rights as the rest of us? Would they be treated as individuals, or as property? Would they have a soul? These are questions that science alone cannot answer, and they challenge the very core of what it means to be human. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think human cloning should be legal? If given the opportunity, would you consider cloning yourself? What do you think is the biggest risk, or the greatest benefit, of cloning technology? Drop a comment below, and let's start a conversation. And if you found this discussion fascinating, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss an episode of our deep dives into the future of biotechnology. The world of science is moving faster than ever, and you don't want to be left behind. Up next, we'll be exploring another mind-blowing topic: how AI doctors are revolutionizing healthcare and diagnosing diseases more accurately than humans. Stay curious, stay informed, and let's explore the future of science together.